I started several years ago. My brother, who was 10 years younger than me, was getting ready to start high school wrestling, and I'd never done wrestling because I grew up in a small town. So we decided to go to an MMA studio that had wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, some street fighting arts, and got addicted to it. Strikes, I really like the elbows and knees, submissions, anything that'll make the person tap. I would say my family, all of my family, especially my kids. I don't know so much about being a fighter as getting to compete. I really like the aspect of competition, going out there doing the best you can do, and it's up to you if you win or lose. I think you'd have to fight Anderson Silva since he's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. How does MMA carry over to leadership in the Denver office? I think in a few ways. You learn doing MMA and working in public accounting how to build teams. You're always trying to attract the top talent at the CPA firms and keep them. Same way with the fight team, you're always trying to get the top guys in there to train with. You also have, you're always learning. MMA, there's tons of techniques, tons of different positioning. Strategies that you learn, same way through work. You're always learning something new. There's new pronouncements, new, leadership styles, new ways to approach things. Let's say planning is another one. Of course, you're always planning audit and tax work, business advisory, whatever you're doing. In MMA, you're constantly coming up with like fight plans. So for the guys that have the fights, you're always trying to figure out different strategies and different ways to approach the fights. Coaching, at work, you're always coaching on the job, dealing with different personality types, different emotions. People handle things differently, so you're always dealing with that. Same way with on the fight team, you got a lot of egos to deal with. You got a lot of different personalities, a lot of different ways people like to approach things. So you're always having to adjust and learn how to coach. Probably one of the biggest ones for me was balancing. At work, you're always trying to balance work-life balance, Same way, even with your outside extracurricular activities, for me it was MMA, but trying to make sure that I'm still a good, dad at home, good husband, and, a good leader within the Denver office and for the firm. Do I have any regrets? Not really too many. I mean, I wish I would have been a little more consistent and not, especially if when I came down with autoimmune disease, I could have been more consistent with my training to even get better. But as far as, with MMA, it's always been a hobby. It wasn't going to be a career. For me, I have a great family. I work for a great company, have a great team in Denver. So I really don't have too many regrets. Is there any carryover from MMA to the business side? I guess there's some in some respects. I mean, it's helped me. Sometimes networking is always unique because it's an interesting topic to talk about. It's a very popular sport, so people can talk about it, and I know a lot about it. And when people hear that you actually train it, obviously it's a good conversation starter. There's a group in town that does a little sort of fitness workout on Friday mornings with JP Morgan and a couple other PE funds in town. So that's been sort of nice getting invited there once I found out that I did MMA. But I think from a conversational piece, it's actually something that's very interesting. Which is harder, MMA or being a principal at RK? I think they both come up with their own challenges. It's different. One of them you're doing for a living, and you have a lot of other people's careers and lives and, sort of their livelihoods in your hands. So, it's a little more pressure, of course, being a partner at RK. But both of them have great rewards.